The Presidency thanks the representative of Greece for his point of order. I am fully aware of the facts which has been pointed out in the statement of the distinguished representative of Greece. At the same time, as President of the General Assembly, I am due to show full respect to the dignity of every single member state of the United Nations, including my own. I give the floor now to President Branko Crvenkovski.
Honorable President of General Assembly, Deputy Secretary General, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. The privilege and honor to address this distinguished forum is also an opportunity to share with you the views of the Republic of Macedonia regarding the issues of utmost importance for this session of the General Assembly. However, allow me first of all to avail myself of this opportunity to congratulate my fellow countryman, His Excellency Mr. Srgjan Kerim, on his election for President of the 62nd session of the UN General Assembly. His nomination to this prestigious position is yet another proof of the full dedication of the Republic of Macedonia to the promotion of the aims of this unique global organization. I would also like to congratulate the previous General Assembly President, Her Excellency Sheikha Haya Rashid Al Khalifa, for her successful presidency of the 61st session. Allow me as well to take this opportunity and congratulate Secretary General, Mr. Ban Ki-moon, on the energetic start of his mandate and his dedication in this time of great importance for our organization. Ladies and gentlemen, Honorable President, the issue of climate change was rightfully proposed by the General Assembly President as a topic to be discussed during this general debate. The elevation of the impact of global warming and climate changes, which have become one of the greatest challenges for individual countries, but also for the entire international community, calls for the undertaking of coordinated and serious measures. It is our obligation to preserve our planet for the generations to come. Therefore, one of our imperatives would be to provide clear political support in responding to the negative impact of global warming, while not impeding economic growth and reduction of poverty. In this context, apart from recognizing the central role of the UN Framework Convention on Climate Changes, we should also promote consultations within the UN environment institutions. Ladies and gentlemen, people across the world expect from the UN to improve its performance and continue to deliver. For many, this organization remains a symbol of hope and of support in times of need, but also a helping hand in times of crisis. The world has changed, and so did the challenges. The United Nations must also continue to change in order to be ready to respond. The 2005 summit outcome document created a solid basis for all necessary reforms. A lot has been achieved, perhaps not to the extent expected. However, the progress marked so far is visible. We have to continue working on the reforms of the main bodies in the interest of achieving transparency and effectiveness. The Republic of Macedonia strongly supports the current management reform directed towards achieving efficiency and accountability in the UN system. The new bodies are already a reality and fully operational. What we expect in particular is the Human Rights Council to strengthen its role in the global promotion and the protection of human rights. Driven by our strong will to contribute to the work of this highly important body, we have put forward our application for membership for the period 2009-2012. The report of the UN High-Level Panel on System-Wide Coherence offered a number of valuable recommendations for reform of UN operational activities. I hope that the discussions during this session shall contribute to reaching a consensus on the measures for strengthening of UN capacities in the areas of development, humanitarian assistance and environment. The issue of disarmament, arms control and non-proliferation must remain high on our agenda by attaching further importance to these issues relevant for the achievement of global peace, security and development. Honourable President, terrorism continues to threaten our world. Fight against terrorism is yet another area in which we must stand united. The UN strategy and action plan to counter terrorism adopted last year provide an excellent framework for our individual and joint actions. We must promote their implementation at the national and regional level and tend to realise visible results. At the 2005 summit, we reaffirmed our commitment to global partnership for development as stated in the Millennium Declaration, the Monterrey Consensus and the Johannesburg Implementation Plan. We fully agree that every country bears the responsibility for its own development, which depends mainly on national policies and strategies. We also agree that global actions are necessary as a support to national efforts. Some regions need more shared responsibility than others in order to achieve the projected targets. Africa, where the situation remains alarming, requires special attention. For this purpose, we endorse the call for a renewed commitment to the implementation of the UN Millennium Development Goals, and we await the forthcoming high-level dialogue on financing for development, which is expected to bring specific results. Excellencies, UN involvement in Africa, including Sudan, remains of exceptional importance. The situation in Darfur is extremely critical and alarming. Member States must reunite once again and provide support to UN activities in order to respond to the challenges on the ground. The Middle East situation continues to be an issue of utmost concern. People in the Middle East deserve to live free from fear and threats. The Republic of Macedonia supports the efforts of the Quartet and the Roadmap. A renewed peace process is also of utmost urgency. The situation in Lebanon also remains high on the international agenda. Recently, the Republic of Macedonia joined the UN forces in that area by sending military officers within the UN mission. Since the very beginning, the Republic of Macedonia has been part of the international anti-terrorist coalition in Iraq and Afghanistan. The Republic of Macedonia fully supports the unity of Iraq. We also support the recent UN Security Council resolution regarding an extended role of the organization in Iraq. Building peace and democracy in these two countries remains as key challenges both for the international community and for the Iraqis and Afghans themselves. Honourable President, the Republic of Macedonia continues on its path towards a functional multi-ethnic democracy. There are many challenges on this path that we should tackle and obligations we must fulfill. We are committed to comprehensive reforms in all segments of Macedonian society in order to obtain the date for the beginning of pre-accession negotiations for membership in the European Union in 2008. At the same time, bearing in mind the successful reforms that we have been implementing for years, we are deeply convinced that it would be realistic to obtain the invitation for membership of the Republic of Macedonia in the NATO at the following summit of this organization, scheduled for April 2008 in Bucharest. The Southeast Europe region has passed a long way in the past decade. We are all striving towards the common goal of European and Euro-Atlantic integration, which is a strong driving force in terms of reforms and final stabilization of the region. The Republic of Macedonia remains firmly committed to good neighbourly relations and regional cooperation, whereby we believe The dialogue is of key importance for all outstanding issues in the interest of everyone in the region. We continue to support the efforts of the international community regarding the resolution of the status of Kosovo. At this stage, the Republic of Macedonia hopes that the next round of negotiations and consultations led by the Troika shall bring closer the positions of both parties. We also endorse the position according to which the resolution of the Kosovo issue should be formulated within a reasonable time frame in the best interest of the stability in the region and its Euro-Atlantic perspective. In this context, I would like to underline in particular that we do not agree with the recently mentioned idea of partition of Kosovo according to ethnic lines, since this may provoke serious negative implications for the entire region.